This is fire for fire. A lot is tumbling in and out on justice for Mohbad, and you will be shocked at what you're about to hear. The nurse said some things that, people forget things so soon. And the thing about it is this: whatever anybody says out there is not under oath. It means that in certain cases, certain circumstances, whatever you say out there, even if you're involved in a crime, whatever you say out there, you can as well say, I just said it. But whatever you say on oath is even more binding. Ladies and gentlemen, Cynthia said a lot of things. In fact, what she said at the inquest, what has been documented, what she said on national TV, recall that her lawyer had to come alongside her because she was beginning to spew, she was beginning to say certain things that the lawyer was afraid. And of course, the lawyer felt, why can't I use one stone to bring down two birds? Very easy. My face will be plastered on social media. It will give me leverage like fame and popularity. After all, the man that instructed me to go ahead, he is also famous for fighting pro bono. I'm talking of Femi Falana. And the second is to make sure that my client, that Cynthia, does not go out of line, does not implicate herself, and does not expose the truth of what happened to Ilerioluwa Promise Aloba. But in between, she had already made, I'm not going to say mistakes, she had already said certain things that she would regret. She fired shots at the nurse, and I knew that this was a big mistake. Of course, she has been saying a lot of things. Oh, the nurse, because she needed two people. In fact, you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked because there is this talk about two nurses. You will be shocked. This is a big shocker. So when the nurse came to the inquest, she said a lot of things, and she did not mince words when she was asked, who unalived Mohbad? He said, Cynthia unalived Mohbad. She said, when I got there for the first time, I saw them mopping something on the floor. I didn't really know what it was. Is it water? Is it something on the floor that they were quickly cleaning up? What exactly is this thing? But she didn't bother because she never had thoughts about anything. She went ahead to do what she needed to do. Of course, you know how the injection thing was said to have been administered. How Cynthia had lied that she was not available. I was cooking. I didn't see them. I was going up and down. I saw first injection. I didn't see. The nurse said, no, Cynthia was with me. But there is one thing that she realized, that Cynthia had asked, and she gave injection to Mohbad. And when she gave the injection to Mohbad, Cynthia said, Mohbad does not take that other one. When he takes it, this and that happens to him. And the nurse is like, hold on a sec. How dare you? I brought all the medication and I said, this and this is what I'm going to administer. You know already the medical records of this young man. That is just a drop of the iceberg. What you're about to hear, I think you have to take a seat because you will need something to rest upon by the time this bombshell begins to drop. Please like, share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Let us get right into this one. But let me say a very big thank you to those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with the love icon, $ in the middle of it. May God bless that pocket where it is coming from. May your pockets never run dry. If you like what we do, smash on that button that says thanks.
If that is the nurse,
yes,
how dare her lying at the inquest? Has she forgot that she has spoken with Westo? If that is true, that she spoke with Westo and she confessed some things with Westo according to when we started the scenarios initially, Sister Akonfe. So I could not imagine how can she now come to the inquest, something that is very glaring. I went to your page. Thank you for even bringing us back to refreshing our memory. I went to your YouTube to go and watch that video. Adura is sitting, and that video, that car is not an ambulance. It's a car. It's a car. Adura, 3 of them or whatever, people sitting down there.
No, they did not. They didn't claim it was an ambulance.
Okay.
They said it was Chika. Chika, that was the neighbor. They claimed it was a neighbor's car. Chinaka, yes. Chinaka, a neighbor's car. That even the neighbor's car. And the car was not even moving. The car was in that compound. The car was parked in the compound to display that scenario. The car wasn't moving. If you look at it very well, as in, you know, this the one I posted was the slow motion one. I will look for the one that was not a slow motion. Sheyans, I will post it. The car was static. It wasn't moving. They did that scene. They played that scene in the compound. They were not taking Mohbad to the hospital with the car. Okay, you can continue, Aderia.
Okay, ma. For me 1 minute.
All right. Break the silence.
Mr. Comfy. So what I want to say is that thank God for, in fact, God bless you all. God bless you, ma, for having, so all these videos, are they going to be used as an evidence? Because we need this, the lawyers or whatever, they need to compile all these videos together to prove it beyond reasonable doubt. Because we need, you see, people, so those who, Mumi's gang or whatever, those who really knew, those who have the videos of Mohbad, whatever happens to him, they are waiting for Wunmi to be arrested or to get, you know, how, like, maybe to arrested her or to, you know, then they will release those videos. They cannot release the videos now. They have all the videos with them, but they are waiting. They are waiting patiently so that if Wunmi could be caught, Sister Comfy, every videos later, a lot of videos, if they could get that lady red-handed, like as in gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe tó ń mú jẹ tó ń yọ bóróbóró tí lawyer náà a professional lawyer ṣó yẹ kó máa sọ̀rọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mi ò ń ṣe lawyer o mi ò go into law, but the way that man is talking, he's talking from the TikToks, from the social media. He doesn't talk of his own. He's speaking everything people are saying from social media from his interview. Lawyer yìí ò tiẹ̀ make sense. So to her, to Wunmi, that video, that nurse, in fact, fatal lie, that nurse that came to inquest, Emma, they purposely delay her to this moment so that they can manipulate. They already told her, don't mention Adura. Maybe, yeah, Adura have already told Wunmi, má jẹ́ kó dárúkọ ọmọ mi. You know that lady? Má jẹ́ kó dárúkọ ọmọ mi. That's why she said, how can you, it's very glaring, that video that I watched. Tí mo ṣe lọ wò lọ́dọ̀ ní page yín, it's so glaring. Adura is sitting. Aṣọ tó wọ̀ lọ sí conference yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ, òun ló wà lọ́rùn Adura. Adura was sitting watching outside through the windows because bóyá ó ti sùn bí Yorùbá kan wò pé can this happen? So àwọn méjì tó kù tó gbé ọwọ́ lé Mohbad lórí or whatever lórí ẹsẹ̀ ńbẹ̀ yẹn. Those are so it will be so like kí wọn àwọn videos yẹn kàn lè present wọn one by one. They need to charge that girl, that Wunmi. We want her to talk. Kò ṣe pé kó bọ́ síta kókò wọn máa sọ kinní fún wa, because Nigerians, women supporting women, you can't talk. You can't talk. Look at what is this guy? Kí ló ń porúkọ bọ̀bọ́ yìí náà sìn. Ó ti ń relate mọ́ ti Mohbad. Tàbá wo in and out díẹ̀díẹ̀. Ó ti ń relate. But people, I don't know why. Tó jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn wọn fẹ́ kọ́kùnrin máa jẹun ọmọ. Tó bá yẹ pé kinní tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ti bọ̀bọ́ yìí ká ní obìnrin ni internet máa ti gbaná. Everybody will be talking about it. But all because it's for men. Torí ẹ̀ náà ni ẹ wo ti bàbá Mohbad. That's why they are castigating them. So Wunmi, they need to hold that lady and then prove her really well to beyond reasonable doubt. They need something. All this video, they really need it because I could not imagine her. I could not imagine the nurse. Everybody believe at least she will say something good. She doesn't even say something that makes sense at all. Little things you can pinpoint out of her statement. out of an interview or whatever that Mommy Grace said online, that okay, she was there, and then she make us realize that Wunmi was present in everything she does. That's a very good one, because Wunmi
In
said she was
fact,
cooking fried rice.
in fact, Sanshitu said, you kill Mohbad. The nurse said, no, I did not kill Mohbad.
Good.
But the wife, Wunmi did. Wunmi did.
So we love that, and she said that openly. Then, if Thomas scrutinized, scrutinize that lady, she will hold Wunmi because I don't think she would like to go to jail. But if she's ready, maybe they've promised her money or whatever. That's her own problem. But I could not imagine. There was a question that they're supposed to ask her. They're supposed to ask that nurse. Who can you describe the person, Mohbad? Can you describe a person called Mohbad that you came to treat that day? Kí l'aṣọ tó wọ̀? Kí ni bó ṣe rí? That questions, in fact, they're supposed to have asked her in the court. But okay, you saw Mohbad, you came to treat her. Describe him for us. Describe Mohbad for us. Bóyá màá sọ pé òun mọ ẹni tó a máa wo nínú description tó fẹ́ fún Mohbad. Because I don't know why people keep lying. This thing is glaring, it's everywhere. Wunmi, God will not help you in this case. And I know your godmother that is doing underly job, that lady that is doing underly job, that is helping you, giving you confidence, calming you down. You can't just kill this guy like that. Look at the scenario of this guy. Now everybody make it come and bring it down. But this boy was killed by you in the house. You never for one day said, oh, okay, when we went to the show, in the fight, after the fight, on our way going home, when we got home, he was upstairs with me. This is what we did. And you never narrate anything. Everything about you is my father-in-law, my father-in-law, my father-in-law.
Perez, or from Perez to Kuramed, either of it. Maybe that is where Adura now joined them. I don't know. I'm just thinking loud. But what I'm saying is that update of Naira Marley is interesting. Might be used as a question to Naira Marley. Then CCTV is needed. CCTV is needed. We need all that right now. And then for forensic, we need to go into that. Everything that we need, we'll be analyzing it, and we'll be sending it as a form of question to our son, Babashizi. Well, I don't think that was the nurse, because someone, Darusha will tell the court reason why he embalmed Mohbad instead of taking him to the hospital. Well, if we look at Darusha, this tell us why Mohbad was embalmed, and that's okay. But where I'm going is, some people said if you see the people that are coming to Mohbad house that day, to remove whatever they want to remove, I don't know, but whatever they remove, let us ask Darusha that said the CCTV worked when they moved in and got spoiled a month before Mohbad died. So tó bá tiẹ̀ bàjẹ́, ẹ jẹ́ ká wo bí tó record dé, àbí mo parọ́. So a máa mọrú life tí Mohbad àti ìyàwó ẹ̀ gan. Then we want Sanshitu to ask this question again. Who direct them when they were asked to take Mohbad to mortuary? Who direct them to take Mohbad body home? When the certification of death certificate was written to them, what time? Why is it that it is Mohbad lawyer and the nurse that went to sort out how to get those things? And when Baba was taking Mohbad all around, from police station to mortuary to put him in the morgue, why did they allow Baba Mohbad to go to police station when they know they already have this? And then everybody that was there when Mohbad was taken to police station, they need to ask them who has those documents that was given to them. DJ Bami has it, and DJ Bami was in that police station with them. What are they hiding? What are they hiding? DJ Bami has it. Yes, I'm not even talking. I said DJ Bami have the document, the certification of death from the first hospital. Why are they holding on to it? Why are they not giving it so that Mohbad body will be put in mortuary? And they let his body outside in the rain. All these people, the 15 people living in that house, did not think that this issue will be this big. And look at what they think they have covered. It's coming out. Me, the nurse have done us like 20 to 25% good. We now know who went to collect, who wrote the certification of death. We now know who did not report the death of Mohbad in police station. Right? So many things was revealed. We now know that Adura was not the one that poured water on Mohbad. Because Adura was not even there. Maybe Adura was the one they were even putting water on before they switch Mohbad and Adura. Because all these things is on Monday. Mama Mohbad said, Lọ́jọ́ Monday, láago méjìlá. Darosa said, they called me 11:30 and I was there at 12. Naira Marley dropped an update 10 p.m., 10:25 p.m. on 11th. So, ta ló ń gé ẹnìkan lége? We don't. DJ Bami and the lawyer was the one that collected the death certificate, but it was given to DJ Bami. That Bami, Wunmi is not mentioning DJ Bami's name, and I remember Baba said that anybody that Wunmi did not sign is staying in that house to work with Mohbad will not stay. So now we understand that DJ Bami is Wunmi's errand boy working with Mohbad. So he's trying to cover the madam shit. All this need to be put to our son to ask this person. I mute my mic, mommy.
Mute, ma. You are muted, ma.
Sorry. Tarzan. Mr. Tarzan. Or Khadija.
Yes, ma.
Okay, Mr. Ekale, sir.
Ekale, ma. Ekale, everybody. I greet everyone on the panel, and even those who are on the comment section and those on the fence. You see, where we are right now is a very interesting one. One that should jeer those of us that have been following this case to continue to think critically about this matter. Mommy Coach said NOS has taken us 25%. I will add another 15% to it to take it further, because not from the nurse's testimony, the game is over. This erudite senior advocate of Nigeria put it straight to Wunmi and said, to the nurse, and said, "You killed Mohbad." The nurse said, "No, I did not. Wunmi did." That's the end of the case. Case done. At that point, that's the end of the story. But there's still more work to be done by the police, by every stakeholder in this matter, to bring it to a logical conclusion. You see, before the nurse arrived on Tuesday at 2:30 p.m., That girl was innocent. When she entered into the house, she was innocent. She didn't know Bami. She did not know Wumi. She did not know Mohbad. She did not know Adura. She did not know anyone else in that house. She did what she thought she was supposed to do. But her destiny changed the moment she left and gone to the pharmacy. That was the turning point of her life. That point in time when she left the house to go to the pharmacy to get those other medications. That was when her life changed, and her life has changed forever. Now, I want to tell all of us that we should try, especially hosts and leaders in this campaign, that we should try to get the deposition and not depend on Instablog, on all these fake, misleading media outfits. Let's get the deposition. We will truly see what the nurse says, undiluted, without removing from it nor adding to it. That will help us a lot while we wait for the CTC to come out and we place it side by side with what Darusha told the court. You see, from so far, you will realize that it was not only Barrister Falade was around. There was another barrister that was there. There was another lawyer that accompanied the nurse and DJ Bami to the police station. And that lawyer, second lawyer, is the nurse's lawyer. So you want to ask the question, why would you need a lawyer at that point in time, so quick, so fast? Is it that you knew that something was going wrong, or you have noticed or seen something that was not, something unusual? You quickly called your cousin, who happens to be a lawyer. And these two lawyers went to the police station, and the police asked them, do you want to file a complaint against this nurse? Or do you want us to launch an investigation? Both lawyers said, no, they are not sure. So, even before Baba Mohbad was informed, before Baba got to the house, the lawyer already, the nurse already had a lawyer. She already called the lawyer. She already told the lawyer exactly what she saw. Because at that point in time, I'm assuming that she was still frightened. She was confused. She was afraid. She still couldn't come to terms with what she just witnessed. So her lawyer came along with Barrister Falade. They didn't know what to do. Both lawyers that attended law school didn't know that they were supposed to invite the police. The police asked them, do you want us to file a complaint, or you want us to launch an investigation? They didn't know what to do. So you can see what happened all of that time. And the other question I want to ask, if the lawyer and the nurse didn't know anybody, at what point was she able to identify and say, oh, you know what? This is Adura. At what point? So let's assume that yes, when she got to the house, she didn't see Adura. It was only Bami and Wumi. Spending was not there. But at what point did she recognize Adura? Who told her that, hey, nurse, please, let me introduce in time? How is it that it was the driver that was touching his hand to check whether the boy was still okay or not?
Yes,
and the nurse
that was what Wumi said. She said she and the nurse, both of them were sitting at the front. That the driver, because she doesn't want to, she want to make that point. She want to let people know that it was the driver that detected that Mohbad had died, and that Mohbad, she wanted to prove that Mohbad did not die inside the house. That it was when they were taking Mohbad to the hospital that he died. That it was even the driver that noticed somebody that was driving was now noticing the passenger, somebody that they put on their laps, because Mohbad was laid on Adura's, the head of Mohbad was on Adura's lap. The body was on Ade West and the OG JPEG. Both of them, three of them. So Mohbad was lying on their laps.
In their lap.
So now those boys, Adura did not know that Mohbad had died. Ade West cannot recognize that Mohbad had died. It was now the driver that was driving that now turned his neck like this and now saw Mohbad. Mohbad had died. That was a fat lie.
It was. So the nurse sat down in front there. She did nothing. She wasn't even trying to turn around to check whether what's going on. She just sat right there in front there. You see, perhaps maybe somebody would have told her that, negligence is just 2 years. You see, by the time that we get to the real place in this matter, she will know that there are offenses related to what her role in this case. There are offenses that will carry as much as 10, 15, 20 years. Because now, beyond negligence, she is also conspiring. There is conspiracy in what she's doing, in her narrative, in what she has said. You can figure out that, no, look, she has conspired one way or another somewhere. And so, it has just started. We've gotten to where the substance of this matter now is now coming out to the drawing board and do the right thing. Thank you.
Of course, questions and answers, but more questions than answers. What is so complex about this, you might want to ask? No one wants to be held responsible for the demise of anybody, not even family members. Nobody wants to go to prison for being directly or indirectly involved. But the truth of the matter is this. The guilty can run as fast as their legs can carry them. But if we, justice seekers, stand firm, resolute, it will only take a stride to meet up, catch up, and finally pull them down. Everyone knows that something happened to Mohbad. Could it be a bad reaction from some medication? Could it be? Could it be something? But we all know that Mohbad did not just feel like, okay, I think it's time that it's time that I just stop being alive. I think I just want to will everything that belongs to me to my son, and then I just want to go and rest. Like I am done. No, not at all. Not at all. It is quite obvious, very much obvious, that something bad, something terrible happened to him. Was it a mistake? I know the way people handle their health. At times, this self-medication, we still have problems of it. And people are not self-medicating because there is no control over what you can purchase over the counter. And because of this self-medicating medication thing, we also have sham nurses, if I want to call it that. And sham nurses, we have them, unqualified personnel. Oh, where did you train to be a nurse? Oh, I trained to be a nurse in one of this facility or in one of this hospital. And even if you go check the hospital does not have a license to do what they are doing. Can you imagine? Hospital trained an auxiliary nurse. The auxiliary nurse trained in a so-called hospital, and a so-called hospital does not even have the required, the creator of the hospital does not have the required license. They don't have the required license to do what they are doing. And we are here. We are here, and it's a terrible thing. We are here talking about justice for Promise Ileroluwa Aloba. We are here talking about the justice for him. And the incompetence, or let us say the lack of qualification, is all around us. We are still talking about justice for Mohbad. And someone is out there, maybe because they have not reacted to a medication that is not supposed to be administered to them, a medication that is not supposed to be administered in certain condition or in a certain space. We are still here talking about it. And someone is calling this auxiliary nurse, come and give me injection. I think I have fever. Oh, what are the symptoms? It's the same like, oh, just give me typhoid and malaria. I don't blame people. The system has been created in a way that if you are not rich enough, that's it. And there are people who are even, they can afford it, but they feel better staying inside of their home and inviting in a nurse to administer. Like, come and do it inside of the comfort of my home. Rather than me coming into the hospital, come do it in the comfort of my home. But the problem is this: how do you differentiate between a nurse that is qualified, and can a qualified nurse make same mistake? Yes, it is possible that a qualified nurse can somehow, but a qualified nurse will not be stupid. I mean, a qualified nurse, I want to believe, will have experience. Let's say a qualified, experienced nurse. Someone who has gone to school will know, because you must have been told, you must have been taught, if you administer this medication, it could result into this and that and that and this and this. That nurse, she knew what she needed to. She has been told, oh, when there is a reaction, once you administer this into that person, it will kind of reduce or remove the effect. So this and this goes together. But did she have it when she was coming over? No, she didn't kind of like bother to have it, because for her, like, unless, but if it were in a proper setting, in that hospital, inside of the hospital, if it were a proper setting, it would have been a different thing, because the medication she was running to find and buy, okay, let's quickly go to this hospital and get this. I mean, why didn't she just rush? Maybe then she could not properly process it. Why didn't they just rush Mohbad to the hospital? Like, hey, what's happening to him? Okay, let us quickly pick him up and take him to the hospital. This is beyond what I can. After all, private hospitals do that. Private hospitals do that. They bring in a patient, and it seems this patient is not, they say, hey, look, this patient, we have to take this patient to the general hospital where they have more doctors, and maybe just get this person out of this place. We have to just get this person. It happens. even abroad, private hospitals. It happens abroad. So the question is this: if your patient, your loved one, pass away in a general hospital, are you going to hold the general hospital responsible or not? But there is a lower, let me put it that way, lower chance of your loved one passing away in an hospital with doctors that have experience, and also in a proper setting where certain medication can be gotten ASAP. Imagine if Mohbad was in the hospital. This is also a lesson to those that was, I don't like to go to the hospital. I know, oh, there is this nurse that can admit, I think I have malaria. Today, the fear of reacting, was I used to take it, the fear, who knows, maybe the one Mohbad was giving is a fake one. You know, we have fake medication all over now. So the fear, although they said they could not get a good reading from the sample of Mohbad, because he had passed away and fluids and all of that, they couldn't get anything. It is so terrible. And of course, most of this medication, they have what they call half-life, and means after a while, some of them are passed out of your body either through sweat, through urine, or through your feces. So the thing is, if we are not careful, if there is no new lead or a break, we might not be able to find the exact thing that happened to Mohbad. And we will only have to stick to the nurse injected him. But we suspect, we believe, those are the words we'll be using, that there was a fight also. So it is not only the fight of Mr. Prime Boy, allegedly, although they said, no, there was no fight. It was actually Mohbad that fought. Okay, let's still call it a fight or attack or attacked. So we will just be like, okay, there was a fight. Oh, it was not a fight, it was an argument. The only thing that remains is just that let's hear what the autopsy has to say. And very importantly, the DNA. The DNA, very important. That DNA is going to shed light into the argument that has been there for a while. Motive has been talked about here and there. Well, if the child ends up to be Mohbad, does it end justice for Mohbad? Will people begin to donate to Cynthia, or want to still find out more? Having a child for someone, being the spouse of someone, does it mean that you cannot unalive the person? Does it mean that you cannot be involved in whatever it is that transcended into what happened to the person? Was there more fight? Did they fight more? What happened and what did not happen? All of these questions must be answered. All of these questions, it's a must. They must be answered. And the answers are needed ASAP. Very important. I don't know whatever it is these people are thinking of, or whatever it is that they are not thinking of. I don't know what their mind is stationed on or is focused upon. But what I do know fully is that justice must be served, and it will be gotten. It will be gotten. A lot of people are bitter. A lot of people are unhappy, and they will not relinquish their hold on Cynthia. They will not derail. They will not take away their thoughts from the reality that Cynthia could, directly or indirectly, be responsible for the travails and the trials of Mohbad. There are a lot of inconsistencies in the story so far. What we've heard is either they are lying. Let's say the train of thought and the event, everyone is giving different account based on their, these things are bound to happen. At times, it will appear as if the lawyers do not even know how to handle this kind of situation. But then, what they have is limited. The police botched it. What can lawyers do? They want to cross-examine. Let us catch them in a lie or not. Let us catch them in a lie. So who now, he passed away 20 minutes after. Hospital said no. And then later we are hearing, did you see Mohbad in the, no, I didn't, I was just sitting in the front. Okay, did you see him or not? No, I didn't see him. I don't know if he's alive. Oh, it was the driver who said, oh, this guy is gone. So all of that, it was the driver that said this guy is gone. Cynthia, what I observe is this: she removed herself from it totally. In everything, Cynthia is like she's not. She's like she's non-exist. She's not existing there. Non-existent. Non-existing. Non-existing. Like she don't know nothing. But what she knows is that the nurse is the one that kpai her husband. What she knows is that Prime Boy is getting my husband angry, and that's it. He got home, he begged me, we slept, I saw his hand swollen. I woke him up like, this your hand is swollen, oh. Don't you think you should get, oh, we use rubbed, we use this symbol. I think you need a nurse. Then we brought in a nurse that injected him, and the nurse is the one that pied him because he injected him. Doesn't, at the end of the day, you might be shocked that nobody will go to jail for the demise of Mohbad. Nobody will be held responsible. What is the lesson so far? Protect yourself. That is the lesson. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. Guard yourself with all power, strength that you have. Because if you are unalived, you are on your own. You are on your own because nobody, no one, not a soul will help you if you are not careful. And if you are lucky, like how Mohbad was able to get people to help. Well, if you are lucky to get people to help you, you might not get that justice quick. It might drag and drag. And even if you get justice, how are you going to enjoy the justice? Maybe other people after you will enjoy it, but you have been unalived. You are no longer existing. And you might not be able to tell the story. You might not be able to tell the story. Maybe afterlife, if there is anything like that exists, maybe you will have a little bit of, we hear stories like that. Someone will be like, I used to live in that house, and this person is just a 3-year-old or 5-year-old saying, I used to live in this house, when they never lived in any house. They never lived in any house. Oh, I used to live in that place. I used to live in that, but they never lived anywhere. They never lived anywhere. They didn't live in no place at all. Maybe you will have that memory, even though such memory are often wiped away. So, we hear mysterious things, and that there is life after that. There are mysterious things that happen to people. Oh, this person is not meant to pass away yet. Oh, this person was married to someone. The person is alive, and the person was unalive by that person. That person died, and the person immediately went into the stomach of another person to continue life. Life can be mysterious. Some people have said that Mohbad spirit unconsciously now is in another person. So if you look at the duration of when Mohbad passed away and now, maybe the child that the body, let me put it that way, that encompasses that spirit that left on that day is a year plus, going to 2 years. Such a mystery. Such a mystery. What are your thoughts about this one? What are your thoughts? What I believe is justice on this earth. And of course, the God of justice, the supreme being, the one that gives through justice without sentiments. We also, as human beings, we also have to avail ourselves. We care less if, leave him, he will get into another person's body and be born again. And then, no. We need to get that justice. Very important.